Hey ladies, how's it going? Um, as usual, excuse the way I'm looking. I think I'm gonna get like Triplets and get me some wigs because this hair. So I had my first ultrasound yesterday. Well, what's today? Tuesday. Yeah, yesterday. And I bet y'all are wondering if I have a singleton, twins, triplets, quadruplets, or whatever. We are having. I'm gonna. I'll explain in a few minutes, but we're having twins. So there are two little babies in there just floating around, getting all warm and fuzzy. And yeah, I'm sorry. I wish I was on this video and I sounded a little bit more exciting than I do now. I'm overjoyed. I'm happy. I'm blessed. But I'm just extremely exhausted and tired. And I wish that I had more energy, but I just don't. So, I mean, if I would have made this yesterday, I would have felt better and I would have more energy. But just know that I am excited about having twins. I'm just a little tired. And after this video, after this video, I will be going to bed. What was I talking about? Oh, and pregnancy brain. God, it sucks. Twins. So, I was going to show everybody a sonogram picture, but I'm going to actually wait, and here's why. So, we went to, and God, my boobs are getting really big. I'm trying to keep them covered, but we went to the doctor's office yesterday, the RE's office, and they gave us our first sonogram, and we got to hear the heartbeat, and it was just, it was amazing. I looked up at my husband, and he just had this smile and this glow on his face. He was just super excited. But anyway, so he only gave us the heartbeat of one, because baby B is too small. Too small. We can't detect his heartbeat. You can see it on the screen beating. So that's why I don't really want to show a sonogram picture right now, because we were only able to get a picture of the one that's normal size. So, y'all, God, I'm losing. Pregnancy brain is like the worst brain ever to have. So, baby A is measuring at 7 weeks, and well, today will be 2 days, but yesterday was 1 day. So, baby A is measuring at 7 weeks. Our due date is October 11th, so that's really exciting. So here's what happened with the babies. I guess when they did the ultrasound and they were able to see the baby, we got the heartbeat, we saw the head and the body and all that other stuff. And then when they looked at baby B, he was like, so baby A on the screen was like this big, and then baby B was like that small. When they put in two embryos, obviously they were expecting maybe one or both of them to attach, but the way it showed up on the monitor, one of the embryos didn't attach. So the embryo that did attach actually split, and we have identical twins and not fraternal twins. So that's even more exciting. I was like, oh my God, my babies are going to look just alike. It did have me a little worried because having fraternal twins gives me a higher percentage chance rate of having a boy and a girl, so I could be done. But identical twins is one sex. That's it. One gender, which means I'll be back at the IVF clinic next year, or, well, not next year, but whenever the baby turns about 1 and a couple months after that, maybe 1.5, 2 or something. But anyway, so what they did was they took the sonogram of the small embryo and sent it over to a fetal specialist, and had the fetal specialist look at it to make sure that it wasn't any particles or anything that the sonogram instrument was picking up. And the fetal specialist said, no, it's a baby. It's too small to get a heart rate. But what they want to do is wait another week, give me another sonogram. But that sonogram, so my next sonogram will be Monday, and that will be actually at the fetal specialist office, because they can see more things, and they're trained to look at more things than a regular doctor. But anyway, so the problem with the baby is baby B. Let me see, how do you explain? Okay, with baby B being so small, if he continues to grow and he stops at a point where he's no longer just like a cell, if that makes sense, like once he starts picking up his body starts, developing a little bit more, because right now he just looks like a little round cell with a heart in it. And they could tell that it's developing into something. But anyway, so if he were to stop growing, he would affect the life of his sibling. Meaning, and also right now he's too small to see if they share the same sac. So right now they're thinking that they did split and we do have identical twins. But the fetal specialist said in about a week, we should be able to tell if there's actually a wall in between both babies to see if it is both of the embryos that they implanted, if that makes any type of sense. So next week, if it is a wall between them, we'll just say, okay, it was both of the eggs that they put back in, and we should be fine. But anyway, so if baby B stops growing at a certain point, and it gets to a point where, I would quote unquote miscarry baby B, and they'd have to go in there, vacuum all that stuff out. Well, if they share the same sac, they have to take both babies, because there's no way to get only one baby from that sac closed back up, and they can't do that. So that's a little bit of a concern. Also, I think another concern was, I guess not a concern, but the fetal specialist said they've seen in IVF pregnancies and natural pregnancies where one twin is just bigger than the other, but over a certain period of time, the small one catches up. And then they start kind of growing together. It's just hard to tell right now because he's so small, so they wanted to give it another week. Now, if they are fraternal twins and they have their own sac, if baby B decides to stop growing or something happens to him, he obviously won't affect baby A because they don't share the same sac, and they would be able to, just take that baby out and, discard of it or whatever the case may be. So as much as I would love to have identical twins, I pray that they are fraternal in the event that something happens. Well, that's what I said at first, and then I started praying. I said I have to have more faith than that. I have to have faith that both of them will turn out okay. Oh, excuse me. So, whatever happens. I just, I want both of them to be okay, not just one. So, yeah, that's pretty much how my ultrasound went yesterday. But the fetals, I was pretty happy when the fetal specialist said they've seen the second baby catch up. And I was also reading online some of the women, that went through this, whether it was IVF or natural, they said that around 14 weeks, on average, I was reading somewhere around 12 to 14 weeks, the smaller baby catches up. So, oh, and then the doctor also kind of explained, so when you have a embryo that splits into twins, the split is 50%. That's how it's supposed to split. But from the looks of it, the embryo split 25%. Usually when it does that, it's trying to split into 4, which means, you know, quadruplets, which, whew, God, I think I would have passed out. But, so they said that 2 things could have happened. It could have just split and just took 25% of its sibling. Or if it's that second embryo that they implanted in, it just implanted later. Maybe, you know, they didn't give a time, but, you know, a couple days or whatever later than the first one, which is why he is not as developed as the big baby. So just pray for my kids. It sucks. I'll feel better on Monday. And I think on Monday they'll be able to see the direction that baby B is growing. I'm not sure if there's a certain point to where, you know, maybe they can do something like insert a needle and just kind of suck it out if there's anything wrong. I'm not sure how that works, but I know the doctor said that there are things that the fetal specialist can do, but, you know, he can't really explain those things because that's really something that a fetal specialist can explain better. But I think the last scenario was a vanishing twin. So a vanishing twin is, while he's still, you know, as small as he is, he or she, still as small as it is, he could stop growing and just vanish and just kind of dissolve into little particles inside of his brother or sister's sac, which it won't affect the baby. And also the big baby. Oh, and I think the last thing was, if they are identical twins, the big one is big because it's taking all of the nutrients and everything from his brother, and his brother, sister, whatever, is not getting enough nutrients and stuff. So I feel like I should eat 10 times as much until he catches up. I know it doesn't work like that, but I'm just thinking of all types of things I can do to help this little guy just catch up and, you know, and grow into a healthy baby. Just so, you know, I don't know what I would do if anything happened. But that's my life so far, guys. My life as a pregnant mom. Just pray for the kiddos. I'm not stressed out about it or anything like that. I will feel better Monday. I'm not stressed. I'm really tired, y'all. My symptoms, I'm just so, like, I'm hungry to the point where I'm sick. I'm not nauseous, but my stomach hurts so bad that I don't want to eat. Like, I eat and I'm hungry an hour later, but it's a pain, like a starvation hunger. And then when I try to eat regular foods, like some baked chicken or something like that, I don't want it. I like cereal and milk. Tastes like a steak to me. Lately, I've been eating cereal, milk, oatmeal, and fruit. That seems to be the only thing that I really have an appetite for. I made some steaks and sweet potatoes tonight, and I think I may have had 3 bites of my steak, and I just told my husband to take the rest of mine and eat it for breakfast in the morning with some eggs or something. And then I ate the sweet potato, barely ate that, and now I'm getting ready to go upstairs and make me some cereal and milk and then go to bed, because I don't want any other food. So I want to make some cereal and milk, some yogurt, and fruit, and then I'm going to bed. But other than that, I will catch you ladies Monday. If I'm feeling better toward the end of the week, I'll make another video just so you guys can see me happy because I'm just so tired right now. But yeah, thanks for the love. Thanks for the support. Bye.